Welcome to Amalgam Hour, the movie and comic podcast. I'm Robin.
I'm Dan.
Go on, Dan, what are we talking about today? I know they've seen in the thumbnail and
yeah.
the title, but, you know.
Yeah. If you can read, you know.
And I can't, so tell me.
If you can't, oh, well then. We are having a look at the Spider-Man trilogy.
And you know we meant it.
2 weeks ago.
And you know we meant it because there was a pause between every other word.
I'm down to drink, leave me alone.
So clearly we're starting off with Spider-Man 1. What's the first thing you want to talk about? First of all, do you like the film, Dan?
It's alright. Not great.
It's probably my second favourite. Second, third favourite Spider-Man film ever. So, you know, it's average, but still good.
Hasn't aged well.
No, none of Sam Raimi's stuff has aged well. But, you know, that's what makes Sam Raimi great.
You know his film will look like crap in 5 years.
Yeah, it looks crap. Doesn't mean I won't enjoy it. Because who doesn't love Willem Dafoe screaming at me? Go on, Dan, what are we talking about first?
Let's talk about the characters. Let's have a look at some characters. I got a list of characters here. Spider-Man, right. Go. What do you like about Spider-Man?
From the first one, not a lot. He's funnier than I remember in like some scenes. Not Toby Maguire.
When he was changed and he looked down at his cock and said, "Big change."
Yeah, big change. But I think that's not Toby Maguire as like the actor. That's Sam Raimi's writing and directing and stuff. And it's just like, he's such a dweeb, but he needs to be a dweeb because that's his character. He's not Tom Holland or Andrew Garfield. He's dweeb Spider-Man, and I appreciate it. And then some of his snacky comments don't age well, but they're still funny.
Oh, like
that's
a cute outfit.
Yeah. Did your husband make it for you? Did not age well. Still
Toby
funny.
Maguire Spider-Man, very homophobic. Cancel him right now.
Clearly. Still fun.
Yeah.
This is probably my favourite Spider-Man. And I really like these films.
I just don't think you like Spider-Man that much, but
I love Spider-Man. He's my third favourite superhero of all time.
That's true.
So,
we've done that video.
No, in that video I mentioned Cloak and Dagger.
Jesus.
Go on, Dan. Because Spider-Man's not the most interesting part in Spider-Man 1. I'm sorry to say, but it's just not. He's fun. The suit is The web shooting is...
It's good for the time. Like, you gotta give it that.
Yeah. The web shooting is...
Back in 2002 when this came out, looking at the suit, all you had to go on was those crappy black X-Men suits.
Yeah. The organic web shooters... But...
a bit dodgy.
Funny dialogue to set up Spider-Man. Good, fun dialogue.
Is over in 30 seconds, and I love it.
Good. Except from when Uncle Ben goes, Peter? That's when I start crying.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, we move.
Yeah, you cried like a baby.
You were there. You know I didn't.
You weren't.
Next character,
Dan. Say whatever I want. Next character, Mary Jane Watson.
From Spider-Man 1, she gets bullied.
I think she's at her best in this one.
She is the best in this one. She's the most likable, the most like friendly to Peter, the most... She doesn't cause any drama. Which is not her because she's a woman causing drama. It's just later on the writers use her to create drama all the time.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to Spider-Man 2 and 3. But in this one, she's just a normal person.
Yeah. Like she's
just a nice person.
She's probably the most realistic person in the entire film. Because everyone else is crazy. And I love it.
When she gets kidnapped.
Well, she looks panicked there as well. That's the most Kirsten Dunst I've ever seen her act.
What do you mean? She acted great when she
was
about to get raped.
Where?
One scene where those guys like took her in the back alley, like tried to rob her and rape her.
And kiss Spider-Man upside down. Iconic scene, by the way. Iconic.
Yeah. And for some reason, she didn't bother wearing a bra for that scene.
Clearly not. But that's just where your eyes were looking. I was looking at the great acting skill.
I didn't notice that until like the 15th rewatch, okay?
Sure you did.
I only noticed it because I watched a YouTube video about that film.
I don't want to know what YouTube videos you're watching. Go on, skip this conversation. Skip this conversation.
Yeah. Mary Jane Watson, lovely, nice neighbour next door. That window's a little bit creepy.
Yeah, that window is way too close, and that's the only image I have of her. It's just her from the other side of the window, or her stood in the garden with Peter, both looking like morons. Talking about angels and... I don't even know what happened in that scene.
Peter Parker probably only likes her because he can see her getting changed by the window.
Yeah, it's the only girl he knows.
Yeah.
You know? That's it.
The girl he knows, and he can see her while he's having a sleep.
Exactly. I think everyone would end up with some weird, like, fantasy over the person they watch sleep at night, you know?
Don't take that.
Not saying Peter Parker's a bit of a creeper, but I think Peter Parker's a bit of a creeper.
I'll upload this one line to TikTok later.
Yeah, there you go. Peter Parker, creeper, confirmed. He's a menace. Oh, God.
Christ. Yeah, are we done with MJ?
Sure. Most relatable character and the best she is in this entire series. Go.
Next character, Harry Osborn.
He's such a whiny little bitch in this first one. I know, he doesn't. He just gets angry because his dad likes his friend more, which is funny as hell.
At the start, when Peter's telling him all this stuff, and he's like, I can't care, and then he goes to MJ and starts flirting with her and telling all that stuff.
Bro, yet again, human moments, but by the end of that film, he's practically already a goblin man. You know? Some of Willem Dafoe's nuts has like creeped onto James Franco.
It's fine. Just give him some amnesia and it'll be good.
Oh, amnesia. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, I don't
do anything.
I don't care about the Harry Osborn friendship and them being angry at each other. Like, I don't give a shit.
Friendly, are they?
No, obviously not.
See more friendship when he has amnesia when we get to that.
Yeah, and he's not in any fun scenes in this film anyway.
No. He's just there to be... He basically there so his dad can die.
Exactly.
Story for the next two.
Exactly, and have Peter Parker actually have a friend to talk to. Except from his aunt.
Just...
Jesus.
Speaking of Aunt May...
Bro! Well, to be fair, she's the best in this film. Because she's not in it a lot. My one note
on her is just boring as always.
She's boring as always, but this is the best one because she's not in there a lot, and when she is, she's either sad because of Uncle Ben's gone, or she's with Uncle Ben, who, by the way, I forgot the guy who plays Uncle Ben, giving it his best, you know? He is funny, he is uncle-like.
We're doing Uncle Ben and Aunt May together, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Just, Uncle Ben is the best, except from Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I've seen in any media, including comics, because he actually has a personality in both.
Amazing Spider-Man, he just like tries to stop a guy from robbing some milk.
Exactly, but he's like an actual man, you know?
Yeah.
And in this film, he's almost the idealized version of Uncle Ben, which I want, because then he's killed 5 minutes later. And by the way, don't give a crap about that conversation in the car. All I heard was power, great responsibility, blah, blah, blah.
Great power,
and then he got shot. And then he got shot by the Sandman.
Next scene, he's just led on the floor.
Yeah, he's shot by the Sandman.
And Peter Parker just climbs through a crowd and no idea that it's his uncle that's been shot, by the way.
It's because he's got
just a nosy ass man.
Because he's got spider powers. He's not being let through. He's yanking away. Get my face.
Spidey sense went off. My uncle.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't like backflip over everyone and just land.
Backflips over, uppercuts a cop.
You okay?
It's difficult to say, you know.
Daniel's had a minor stroke. Are you sure this is your video you want to do, Dan? You're clearly having some trouble.
Yeah, it's Uncle Ben. He was very sad.
Yeah. Are we talking about him yet? Him. Who him do you think I'm on about?
Aunt May killed him.
Aunt May did not kill him.
Plot twist, that was going to happen in Spider-Man 4.
I know, every
shot at Uncle Ben.
Every film after Spider-Man 3 just retcons Uncle Ben's death.
But I heard somewhere, they accidentally signed him on for 3 films.
Accidentally. Alright then, next character, Dan. Him. Who are we talking about here?
The man who shot Uncle Ben.
No, not him, you moron. He doesn't have a character.
J. Jonah Jameson.
Aside from yes, god damn.
The best character in the movie.
The
That's my
best
one
character
note.
out of all three of these movies. The best lines, the
I
most
make
comic
notes on every
accurate.
character for every film, and all I got for J. Jonah Jameson is best character in the movie, best character again, best character again.
Yeah, all three. Best character, best lines, most comic accurate. I love the actor, love the character, perfect surroundings. Most I've ever cared about Betty Brant and the people he works for. Amazing.
And he's never been recast.
Yeah, and the most genuine person, because when he's faced with death in the face, he still doesn't rat out Peter Parker. Because he's apparently, Peter Parker's apparently 17, living with his aunt, no money to his name, and trying to take photos. So he's not going to throw him under the bus. Or under the glider, I should say. That's all we need to say. There you go, there's our review of...
He's an amazing character.
But the thing is, in Spider-Man 1, I can't remember his scenes.
Yeah, he just gets absolutely walloped.
Which I think is because I've only watched Spider-Man 1 like 5 times in my life. Which is still a lot. But like, I've only watched that film. But then Spider-Man 3, we'll get there when we get there. But you know. Next character.
A good character. He says menace a lot.
He's a menace, which he should. Because that's J. That's JJ.
It's just his character.
Go on then. Next character, Dan.
Next character, Green Goblin, the main villain himself.
Oh, he's so good. He's so hammy. So chewing the scenery. Willem Dafoe is losing his mind in every scene. He's giving evil eyes. He's growling. He's hissing. He's jumping up and down with glee. And he's one of the best parts of this film. He's
having a great time.
He's what makes this film enjoyable. Him, JJ, and Sam Raimi's like directing. The only things that make this film enjoyable. I don't give a shit about the story. I just care about this hammy acting that's going on. And it's beautiful. You know? Just every line of dialogue. Just, Incy Wincy Spider. You're like, oh yes. Give me more, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame he got killed in his first, like, outing. But, you know.
He got stabbed in the cock.
Yeah. It was his midriff.
No, that was definitely a bit too low.
Because what does he say? He says, Godspeed, Spider-Man. And then just instantly gets stabbed. Then don't tell Harry.
Yeah.
Don't tell Harry.
That's the only noise I know.
Just the scene where he's at Thanksgiving or whatever. And then he goes to cut the turkey. Aunt May just smacks the knife out of his hand. Like, back off, bitch.
Peter Parker's like, I had to fight an old lady to get this.
I know. Which, funny line again. And then you just see his face goes, uh-oh.
Beat an old lady with a stick.
Yeah. And then you see Green Goblin's face go, uh-oh. He is Spider-Man. Uh-oh. Stinky. Then he just runs out the room. But it's so good.
Yeah.
Because it's Green Goblin. It's Norman Osborn. And he's the only person in my mind who can ever play Norman Osborn. You know? He is perfect in the role. He is great.
He was having a great time.
I know. He's like, I am, just screaming in front of his conference board and... Out am I? Fucking great lines. Then he turned people into skeletons.
Jesus.
Where'd those bombs come from?
They definitely didn't kill Harry. No way.
No.
Even though they were 2 foot from it.
It's only a small radius. The amount of times Mary Jane screams in that scene, I want to punch Kirsten Dunst.
She screams one time and then they just like edit it over.
Yeah. The exact same scream, just on repeat over and over again.
Anything... Sam Raimi jump scared her in her audition.
Yeah. And by the way, Green Goblin suit sucks. I like the helmet. Everything else about it sucks. Glider's cool. The bombs are cool.
Willem Dafoe looks more like Green Goblin than
exactly. Should just paint his face green. And I don't care for all that stuff where it's like he's seen himself in the mirror, except from how he's acting totally different in both. And I'm like, that's just Willem Dafoe loving it.
He's just like going full Gollum.
Yeah, which is great. He gives those Gollum eyes as well, where they're just sticking out in his weird teeth. But you know, great Green Goblin.
Yeah, great time.
My favourite Green Goblin from any media, including comics.
Yeah, what about Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Norman Osborn's in that film.
Who? Who? What film?
Okay.
Where?
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No. I don't
No one
think
else
that
wants it
exists. I don't think that exists.
Well, we're doing a review of it at some point.
Oh, no. Don't
See,
make me
I've
watch
said it in a
that.
video now. It's too late.
Bugger. Ah, no. Okay. Now let's just go through this film, because is that all the characters?
Yeah, that's all the main characters.
Yeah. That's all the characters that we give a
story.
shit about. Yeah, the story. I really don't care for it. The only thing I care.
Story.
Only thing
I
I
don't
care
know what
about.
the story is, to be fair.
Only thing I care about, because you got the origin in the first half, and
Yeah.
I like the setup of all the characters: Flash Thompson, Aunt May, Norman Osborn, all them. Good setup, and then it just sort of until you get to that end scene, and then you start remembering the film again. You know?
It just sort of. Oh, what about Aunt May with those eyes? Those horrible.
Oh, that's a good scene. That's actually like, I was gonna say scary. It's not. It's just funny. Finish it from evil.
Just blows the wall in behind her.
Whoa! Aunt May's 110. She should have got shrapnel to the
dead.
brain. No wonder she was in hospital. She was losing her
Throughout
tits.
this film, Harry Osborn, Mary Jane Watson, and Aunt May should have all been dead.
Yeah. And probably Peter Parker. He's done.
Yeah, he'd just walked in front of a car.
Yeah. He's not the smartest bunch. I don't care for anything in this first film. You know?
What is the story? It's just Norman Osborn goes insane and he wants to kill Spider-Man.
Yes.
For
Well,
reasons.
no. He attacks the board. Spider-Man attacks him. He then lures Spider-Man to a burning building, attacks him again. Then the end of the scene, then the scene where Norman figures it out, and then he attacks Mary Jane. And Aunt May.
Oh, and he accused Mary Jane of being a gold digger.
I know. He might as well just been like, that whore! And then Aunt May's like...
Did Norman Osborn leave that room and just decide, I'm going to blow up all these people, I'm going to drop her off a bridge? And...
Yeah. In that exact moment, you can see it in his eyes. It's great.
If he had any longer, he'd have blown up a wall behind his own son.
Yeah. That's true. Surprised he didn't just pull out, like... he had the Green Goblin costume underneath the suit he was wearing. Just take that off.
Pulls out that bomb and just evaporates everything.
Yeah, just throws it. He hid one in the turkey. Watch out, Aunt May! Don't cut into the turkey. Cuts in. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, the first film has some of the best characters in the entire series, like character stuff, but the story is the most... Well, it's not lacking, because every single scene is important.
Yeah.
And, like, necessary, and it has 1,000 things going on in every scene. Which is like...
It's just not a good story.
Which it's just not a story I care about. Because it's so... Nowadays, it's such a standard comic book film that if it came out now with that story, no one would care for it, you know?
Yeah. It came out when the standard was very, very low.
Yeah, but it's still good. Like, I'll obviously watch it. Like, I'd prefer to watch that than some of the MCU films. Just because it's fun. But that's all the Sam Raimi's films are. Spoilers for the ending of this conclusion. Like, the entire conclusion to the video. These films are fun. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. A great time for the whole family.
Yeah. And I think...
Don't think too much.
And I think this does set up, like, the trilogy well. Like, there could have been, like, 17 films with Toby Maguire and everyone, you know? It sets it up good.
Yeah, you set up Harry for his whole story.
Exactly. We'll get to the third one when we get there.
Mary Jane gets dumped again.
Oh.
She gets dumped once. She gets denied once, and then she goes on a spiral of, I'm going to dump everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, but the amount of times Peter just flip-flops on her as well, so it's like... Oh, so this film...
Yeah. Go on, give it a rating.
I know, because we have a rating system, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, what is it?
A to F, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, A to F and then A+, I think.
Yeah.
This is like...
C.
I was going to say C, but it's a high C.
C.
It's a high C or a
low B.
A low B, yeah. Actually, I'm going to put it in B, because that's where I put films that I enjoy to watch. but I know
That's
they're
right,
not
but
amazing.
I put films in C there.
Yeah, where it's like I'll rewatch it like many times in my lifetime, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just like I like the story and the hamminess. Even though the hamminess is my favorite part, I can't give it like a 10 out of 10. Does Sam Raimi still love you, my
It is
guy?
a bit like dodgy here and there.
Yeah, but I will be showing like, oh, like if I ever had grandkids, I'm definitely showing them this film. You know, they got to grow up on this film.
Grandkids, here you go. We're gonna watch Spider-Man 2002.
Yeah, yay! After
My
Tom
granddad,
Holland,
I was born in 2057.
Shh, slaps child. Watch, Green Goblin.
Yeah, watch him.
They,
Willem Dafoe died.
yeah, they can just hear me behind him. Out am I? Just every line. I'm just copying and repeating. Okay.
It's just that's a cute. That's a cute outfit you husband making for
Yeah,
you, granddad. You can't say that anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no. I'm like, and we know that's not a great line, but it's still funny to hear. You know. This is a fun film though, and I do like it. Go on then, Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2. I got my list of characters. We're going through it again.
Let's do the story. No. Yeah, let's go through characters first.
Okay. So, well, Spider-Man. Go on, straight away. Just
I
Spider-Man
don't care about him in this.
I have nothing.
This is the weakest one Spider-Man's in.
He loses his powers.
Which I don't care for. I never care for that plot. I don't care about how he acts with it. Don't care how he acts with
It is great when he falls off that building and just breaks his back.
That is true. That's a good stunt. I don't care how like he reacts to losing his powers, how he's failing classes and stuff, which is typical like Spider-Man drama. But at the end of the day, he overcomes that. But he doesn't.
It's a typical sequel story where they have to lose their power.
Yeah. And I just don't like that cliche. But you know how it's like...
Obviously, I think this is one of the first. But...
Yeah. And you know how that thing where it's like, he's failing class and he's not being a good friend, etc. He's then not a good friend or succeeding in class by the end of the film. So what's
I don't think he was ever failing
in
class. I think he was just never showing up.
Exactly.
Or always late.
That's called failing your class, Daniel.
Like, Mr. Kurt Connors himself said he was a very talented student, just he never shows up on time.
Yeah, that's called failing class.
Yeah, he pulled a full Matthew.
We're in a podcast now. Shh.
Sorry.
Shut up.
He doesn't know about this, don't worry.
Yeah. But just...
He doesn't know any characters about him.
He's the most boring in this one. He doesn't
loses his powers,
have a
he has a speech
character
from
arc.
Uncle Ben.
Yeah, the most interesting thing in this film is that his identity gets revealed at the very end. And that's it. Like, I don't care. Sorry, Toby Maguire, but I don't give
We're talking about the same film, right?
What? Yeah, Spider-Man 2.
Do you mean
he gets
his identity gets revealed?
Yeah, in Spider-Man 2. At the very end.
Yeah, do you mean to Mary Jane?
Yeah, Mary Jane.
Yeah. I thought you were just losing your mind talking about like Spider-Man 5 Home.
No, his identity gets revealed. Who else would it be? He doesn't have any other friends.
And Doc Ock is like,
Yeah, and then Doc Ock's like,
go be in Spider-Man No Way Home.
God. Oh, whatever. Next character, because Peter Parker's boring in this one.
Didn't do anything.
I love
Uncle
how
Ben gives the speech.
Oh, not him again. I hope we get hate from this video because we're just rushing through it for one and just not caring.
Spider-Man 2 people consider to be one of the best superhero movies.
I honestly think it's got some of the best action scenes in either of these three films.
The train sequence is good.
Yeah. But up to that point, I don't give a shit. And that one scene where the tentacles are attacking everyone. Okay.
Oh, that's just pure horror.
Yeah, you got two good scenes.
Yeah.
Next character.
Mary Jane again.
Who?
Mary Jane.
I don't.
MJ.
I forget every time she has a subplot in this where she's marrying my son, the astronaut.
J. Jonah
you know?
Jameson's son.
I know. He says the iconic line, "My son, the astronaut."
Yeah.
but just
she just leaves the wedding.
exactly. I'm just like
She didn't even make it to the wedding. She just dips.
I'm not a big romance guy, and these films just aren't helping. I'm just not caring. You know.
And then his son goes to space and dies.
Exactly. Or it should then become Venom, but whatever.
Yeah, well. All I've got for my notes for MJ is just this is the start of her being a horrible person.
Yeah, but I don't think that's not like, oh, women are horrible. It's just the writers making her not
Mary
a great
Jane
character.
Just
And by the third
awful.
one, Peter's not a good character. He's not a good person. No one is in
Everyone's
these
an
films.
asshole.
I know. And I do kind of love that. Because everyone's
That's
just
just
shitting on each
so
other.
realistic.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, we didn't even mention from the first one. You messed with one of us, you messed with both. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Next character. Because who cares about
Harry
MJ?
Osborn.
Who? I barely
Harry.
know him in it. Like, barely remember him in this film.
I know he says that line where Spider-Man saved his life and he insulted me by touching me.
Yeah, which is like, shut up. You just saved your life. And he's like, this doesn't change anything. It's like, shut up.
He's like, what?
There's only two scenes I can remember him in. That scene, and then the scene at the very end when Doc Ock comes to him. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I care for.
Oh, and he finds out Spider-Man's identity.
Yeah, but just like, who cares? You know?
Yeah. I just got it's a good start to his character arc, which probably should have started in the last film.
Yes.
But
they stretch over one single character arc of someone becoming evil over 3 films.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, that's fun, but like, it's this like the only other person in the film.
You don't push it enough in the first one.
Yeah.
And then you barely push it in the second.
Or it's like, no, because in this one he goes from hating Spider-Man to hating Peter Parker. Okay, and then in the third one, okay, he still hates him. Oh, never mind, he's good.
Yeah, but in this one, he does have some like minor conflict with Peter Parker before he finds out.
Yeah, but he always has.
It's like he goes to his birthday party and he's like, "Oh, you taking pictures of your pal Spider-Man?" I'm like, "Shut up."
Yeah, but he also hated him in the first one because he spoke to his dad as well. So, yet again, every human in these films are just
assholes.
Despicable human beings. There you go.
Yeah. Everyone is a horrible person.
Yes. Next character.
Let's move on. Aunt May.
Who?
She sells all of Spider-Man's comics.
Oh, bro, I that scene, I want to kill Aunt May in it. Because for one, she threw away comics, but for two,
I kind of like that scene just because it definitely shows that she knows he's Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I never care about that because nothing ever comes from it. You know?
No,
like,
it could have come from it, but like it's a nice like wink.
Yeah, but then nothing happens because of that. She says one sentence in an entire trilogy to do with her knowing his identity, and it never comes up again. So
we'll get more on that. She's barely in this one anyway.
So I don't count it towards canon. She doesn't know his identity because it's never mentioned.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But yeah, she sells all his comics, and she's not a very nice boy.
Yeah.
And she has to move out because she can't afford bills because Uncle Ben's dead.
Yeah, more despicable human beings and more people just being dramatic for no reason.
But that little kid though, that kid's a nice person. He helped move everything.
Yeah, for £5.
Yeah, what a nice guy. Can't believe you predicted how much it was going to be.
It's my favourite character.
It's the only nice character in all these films.
I know. And he has like 2 lines. Where he's like, I love Spider-Man. Okay,
yeah,
next character.
Aunt May sucks. J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh, he's amazing still. I can't remember what he does.
Yeah.
Oh, no. When he gets the suit. Best part.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have been so harsh on the guy. And then
maybe
instantly
he
he
was a
gets
hero.
taken. And then he's like, he's a menace! Best character
That guy's going.
in this entire trilogy.
What's the actor's name? I forgot his name.
You made me forget now.
Oh, he's great. Great.
He's great. Like, he's just
Great
amazing.
actor.
And
J.K. Simmons.
yeah. And I hope, like, obviously we're gonna see him again, but I hope we get more scenes like that because it's just great. Best character.
Yeah, he's the main.
Simple as that. Spider-Man trilogy retrospective. He is the best. Simple as that.
So, okay, second best character, Rent Man, Mr. Dickovich.
Give me Rent. To be fair, I can't remember any scene he's in
All he
this.
says in this one is just immigrant.
Oh. Well, it's setting up. He's setting it up. So, you know.
He's setting up his amazing appearances in the third one.
Yeah. Okay, next character.
Doc Ock.
Who? I'm joking. I like the actor, and he does add like a sort of hamminess to the role, and he is fun to watch. But I truly don't care about him and his wife, or I don't really care about his motivation. The only thing I care about are those tentacles on his back. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
They tried to make him a sympathetic villain.
Yeah.
But like, all I saw was, you killed your wife, but I'm not meant to care. You literally killed your wife.
Yeah. And then at the very end, when he's just stopped being bad because he's stopped being bad, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, film. We get it. You're sort of like rushing along.
He's just sort of, he's entertaining.
Yeah.
Like,
and those tentacles are cool. And then especially when he steals all the gold doubloons from the random bank that apparently just has gold doubloons everywhere.
And then he robs Aunt May, just chucks
I know,
it away.
just robs Aunt May, and then Aunt May does the most like power move I've ever seen. She hooks her umbrella onto the thing. Bro, she's insane. And to be fair, the best scenes in this film are when Peter's fighting the tentacles, because they look so good.
It shows like, you know, Spider-Man's actually an agile character as well.
Yeah, and it's just
all
like
his dodging or weaving.
Yes, the best shots, the best scenes, except from that one where it's like you see a woman scream into the camera and then the leg busts through the wall, and it's just a bit.
Yeah.
Sam Raimi is a treasure.
They scream before there's even any danger.
Yeah. Sam Raimi's just a national treasure who needs to keep making films just over and over and over again.
Yeah, he's just Doc Ock. He's just
Yeah, but you know, his best
he's just
Doc Ock. I don't think you could get any more out of Doc Ock unless you made him like the master planner and you gave him like really in-depth like things. Because my favourite version of Doc Ock is Spectacular Spider-Man, and even then, it's the most basic Doc Ock I've ever seen. But Doc Ock's just not a character. No offense, he's just a guy to fight and to plan
just sort of
stuff.
dip in the middle of this film.
Yeah.
Right. They do the whole subplot of his powers going, and Doc Ock's like, I'm gone.
That's a problem with this entire trilogy.
Yeah.
Just characters being shown and then not used, then shown, then not used, then shown, then not used. For 3 movies.
And then reappear.
Exactly. For 3 movies it does it.
I can't even remember how this one ends.
Oh, well, Doc Ock kills himself at the end.
Oh, yeah. MJ runs away from a wedding.
Yep.
J. Jonah Jameson looks sad about it. And you see his wife for the first time ever. She doesn't say anything.
Yeah, but like, who cares? The husband's the best bit. He's the best character. Next character. Who cares about Doc Ock?
That's all the characters I got.
Oh my god. Okay, scenes in this film that are great. The horror scene, the gold doubloon scene because it's funny and good action, the train scene, the JJ scene, and that's all I've got.
This is actually a story in this, so we know what the villain's motivation is.
Yeah, there's a motivation, there's character arcs, I guess.
Green Goblin didn't even have a motivation.
Yeah, there's drama built in to the film itself.
If anybody says Green Goblin's motivation was to kill the Board, he done that the first time we saw him.
Yeah.
So...
like he did. Just simple as that. And then he
could have just stopped.
Because clearly he's just insane and then just wants to kill Spider-Man.
Yeah, which doesn't make a good villain.
Yeah, but that's the entire Joker's, like, thing in it. It's just how you portray that.
Yeah.
And it's like, the acting was great in the first one, but the writing was lacking.
But Joker works because his whole thing has always been, I only exist because of Batman.
Yeah.
What was Green Goblin?
I thought we were talking about the second film. What happened?
Yeah, second film. Doc Ock's motivation, he wants to rebuild something that went wrong.
Yeah, but no one cares.
Because it killed his wife.
Just the only part of this film's that are good is the action scenes. And everyone's seeing this film through, like, rose-tinted glasses where they think it's amazing.
Yeah,
because it's not as good as
controversial to get views. Let's go.
Yeah. Title: Spider-Man 2 is the worst Spider-Man movie? Question mark.
Is Spider-Man Trilogy actually that good?
That's not going to be the title. I don't know what is. We'll get there when we get there.
Trilogy's ruined by one film, and it's the Spider-Man Trilogy, but Spider-Man 2 ruined it.
We'll get there when we get there. Okay, what are you going to rate this film, Dan?
Probably just C. It's like,
I'm going to rate it C just because I don't care about it, and that's where I put films.
I think it's...
Because it's not a bad film.
Story's
I just
better
don't
than
care
the
for
first one, but I don't think it's as fun as the first one.
Yeah. Like
Even the characters are as good.
Yeah, that's why I'm putting in C, because it's like, it's a good film, and I'd watch it again, but I just don't enjoy it as much. It's a low C or high D. There you go.
Yeah.
Now we get onto the best one in the trilogy.
Boy.
The
amazing.
The
A
perfect
plus, by the
one.
way, just starting off. Best film I've ever seen.
And the audience might think we're joking. No, we actually do love this film.
If this may have started off as a joke that we love this film.
Yeah, but we've probably...
It's very...
For the past... How many years do you say? Like 4 years?
Since 2007 when this film came out.
No, I meant like me and you.
Yeah.
For the past 4 years, we probably has watched this film together at least twice every year. Maybe not last year, because I think we only watched it once last year.
Last year we couldn't.
Oh yeah, we just didn't. But we've watched it enough over the past 4 years, and we love this film now. So let's talk about characters. Peter Parker, he can just get in the bin. Yeah. He's screamy, he's whiny, he can dig on this.
Yeah, that dancing though.
Yeah. Peter Parker
is walking down the street and some girl's like, ooh, lovely. And others are like, you disgusting man.
Yeah. Now dig on this. And I do feel sorry for him when he's like, he's clearly dumb. When he's like, when MJ comes to him with a problem and then he's like, go get him, Tiger. And he's just like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, clearly he's just a dumb guy. Which, you know, you can like watch. I
forgot he's staying MJ in this one.
Yeah. But he's such a bad character, but it's so funny.
He's such a knob.
I know, but it's fun to watch.
I mean, he's definitely non-jacked in this film.
Yeah. But
Toby Maguire didn't care.
But I feel bad for him when he's trying to marry MJ, but he's too dumb to realise what he's doing.
She's like, I'm breaking up with you, I've fallen in love with somebody else. And then he just goes like full like fat-faced, crying.
Yeah.
Pulls out his double chin. Pulls out the
you need a drinking game where you take a shot every time fucking Toby Maguire cries. Be horrific. Or does a weird face in this film. But that's what makes it fun.
His second chin gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Okay, Spider-Man in this film is fun. That's it. Fun and a dick. Done.
Yeah.
Doesn't have great quips because most of the time he's emo or Venom or like black suit. So he's just sort of aggressive.
But his fight with Sandman
at
the train station.
Brutal. Love the fight. This to me is the best fights in. But the thing is, there's only like 2 fights.
Yeah.
Or there's
the villains
there's 3.
Or what about when he backhands Spider-Man versus Mary Jane? That's my favourite fight.
Oh, that is a good fight, you know.
Backhands.
Oh god, this film's so bad. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay, next character.
Next character, NJ. Considering we mentioned
hate her even more.
She's absolute worst.
Yeah, but she does get shit on so much, and she keeps getting played by both Peter and Harry.
You can't say when she walked out of that thing after finding out she got fired, that her hopes were given up because she thought those people were clapping for her.
I know.
Why would they be clapping for you?
The writers of this film is just a bit.
Why would they be? You didn't just come from doing a performance.
Yeah.
You just had a really bad review. They've changed your name on the thing. Why would they clap you?
This is the worst MJ I've ever seen. Actually, I tell a lie. New MCU MJ is the worst MJ I've ever seen.
New MCU MJ is trying to be funny, but she's not.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're not about her.
Oh God.
She's just a horrible person.
She has no funny line. Actually, tell a lie. She's got one good scene when her and Harry Osborn dancing.
Oh yeah, making omelets.
And there's just that one shot of her just spinning to the ground in a dress. That's all I've got.
Yeah.
And when
she gets kidnapped again.
Oh, and again. Okay, good scene with her when she just clobbers Venom with a cylinder block. Just over the skull.
Oh, yeah.
If that was a normal human, that's dead. MJ tried to kill a man.
Mary Jane arrested. Attempted murder.
Exactly. Imagine Venom died right there and then, and Peter Parker's like, Jesus,
If I was
MJ.
Peter Parker, I would have just left her with Harry Osborn's dead body, but put all her fingerprints over the glider and get her
quickly.
arrested.
Don't blame me. I'm not a menace anymore. I'm not a menace.
Mary Jane arrested for the murder of Harry Osborn.
I know, because the Venom suit gone. How did they... how did the news, like, understand anything that happened? Because Sandman disappeared, Venom disappeared, Eddie Brock disappeared, New Goblin's
all
dead.
They saw was this big fight, and then a big explosion in the crane site, and so like a sandstorm fly away.
Exactly.
And then everything's fine.
Must have just been like, is it okay to like leave our houses in New York now? Or is there still like a war going on in this one construction site?
Just don't go near that construction site.
Exactly. Next character, because MJ's boring.
Next character, Harry Osborn.
Harry
actually has a character arc in this film.
Has a fun character arc. Probably got really like some of the best scenes where he gets his face blown up, and then he appears at the end of the film.
Definitely dead.
Yeah, completely dead. I'm. Imagine if I was
he died 14 times.
Imagine if I was one of the atomizer ones. Oh, and we didn't even mention he's got amnesia.
Oh yeah. The only time we actually see them as good friends.
Oh, this film has got such good scenes. Like the scene where he's chasing Peter Parker on the bike, and that entire scene of Peter Parker out the costume, fighting him, trying to get the ring. Yeah. He just gets whacked away. And he's trying to get the ring, and
just takes him out in the most cartoonish way.
Oh, and he goes boom, and then you see Peter Parker's face go, uh-oh.
What have I done?
When he noticed Harry Osborn hasn't gotten up. And by the way, Peter Parker feels no guilt for it. Does not care.
Oh, he's got amnesia? Ooh,
that's good. I've got my friend back. He doesn't want to kill me anymore. You knew this was coming, Pete. Oh, it's great.
If he knew it was coming, he wouldn't have been happily riding his motorbike and then...
Exactly. And it's just like, oh, good
dead.
scenes. Amnesia, and then it's like, you bonked me on the head, bonk. And then it's like... Then making eggs with MJ, then talking to MJ, then...
Oh, and then he confronts Peter in the cafe, and then the bus goes past, and then...
disappears.
He's just hiding under the table, like, please, nobody noticed me.
And he's like, is that pie good? And he's like, so good. So what is going on here? Why has Harry Osborn got the best lines in this film?
He's insane.
I love how that he goes from being... In one film, he goes being evil, getting amnesia, being good, going back to evil, then being good again. In one film.
Then dead.
One film, and then dead. One film. Madness.
That's 3 films of character arc there.
This film's absolutely insane. It's got 1,000 things all happening at once. And it's like, there'll just be 20 minutes of film without Harry Osborn. Just for long periods of time.
He just dips randomly.
That's with every character. We watched it and all of a sudden, oh yeah, I forgot Sandman's in this film. Oh, I forgot Venom's in this film.
Sandman's just gone for an hour.
Forgot Harry Osborn's in this film. Forgot MJ's in this film. I forgot Gwen Stacy's in this film. I forgot...
The symbiote jumps on the back of Peter Parker's bike, goes to his apartment, and then just hides there for a week before doing anything.
Yeah, disappears for an hour and a half. And it's like, oh yeah, I forgot Gwen Stacy's in this film. I forgot Eddie Brock's in this film. I forgot Captain Stacy's in this film. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. Gwen Stacy almost died.
Okay, let's quickly talk about Gwen Stacy. Doesn't have a character at all. Love Bryce Dallas Howard.
She's only there to create a love triangle.
Exactly, that's it. She's got some great screams. And that's it.
And by the way, Peter tries to say to MJ that she's just a girl from class.
Yeah.
Is as if like a mother has just accused their son of dating a girl.
It's just girl from class.
I'd be like if Aunt May showed up and accused him of dating somebody.
Yeah. This is a girl from class. And it's just like she had a And by the way, that is the most realistic depiction of jealousy I've ever seen. MJ being jealous of Gwen Stacy, because even though they did kiss, her then saying, "Oh yeah, she had a little polished fingernails all over you." That is so realistic. I love it.
So petty.
I know. Everyone in this film's petty.
And then I am French.
Oh yeah. No, at the very end we'll talk about Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Gwen Stacy, she's just boring in this. That's it.
Yeah, she can't do anything. She almost dies.
Okay, Eddie Brock, boring. Always forgotten he was in this film. Fucking Topher Jones.
Oh, but
who
then
cares?
He pushes him up against the thing and he's like, looks a little
similar. Yeah. And he's just like, don't do this to me. You'll ruin everything. He's like, and then it cuts back to the film, like the first film, where it's like, he ruined that guy's career from the wrestling guy because he didn't do anything. It just gave me same vibes of it just Peter being petty and being like, no, I don't think I will. And he's like, next time check your sources. What a great scene. First of all, Eddie Brock's great at Photoshop.
Yeah, he's insane.
But he doesn't...
so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That he accurately predicted what suit Spider-Man was going to create.
No, he's seen it the day before, and you know it.
So good that he managed to Photoshop an entire suit after getting no photos of said suit.
No, it's the same suit. He just takes away the colour, you schmuck.
Imagine perfectly remembering all the colouring.
It's just black and grey.
Yeah, black and grey.
I could do that right now.
Is like, let's go.
Ah. Yeah, he doesn't have a character, no motivation. God, I want you to kill Peter Parker. That's not how religion
works. And then
Peter
Parker's screaming, and then he gets zoomed in eyesight.
Yeah, from 1,000 miles, like, down below. Peter? And he just gets smacked in the face by Venom.
I know, that's Toby Maguire's stunt double.
Yeah. With the jacked spine. That's it. God, yeah, he doesn't have a character. Let's not talk about him. Venom. Okay. Let's quickly talk about Venom. Not a character because he doesn't have another identity. Is boring when it's on Peter because it just makes him abusive. Doesn't look great, but it is fun.
The face looks good.
Yeah, and the animation of the symbiote moving and stuff is amazing as well.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it.
But Sam Raimi doesn't like Venom, so...
Yeah, and it's clear.
What are you going to do?
So what else? Another character, let's go.
Next character, Old Ass Butler.
He was killed by his glider. It's like, you could have told me this 47 years ago. I wouldn't be as pissed as I am.
Told me this at the end of the first film. We're going to add these problems.
He's 195, but he does have a great line where it's like, we're having a guest. A guest? Guest? Can you just get some food?
Yes, I'll be right back, sir.
What a great film. I love this film so much. Talking about Spider-Man 1 and 2 made me depressed. Talking about Spider-Man 3 makes me love life. Okay, other character, because that character's only got 2 scenes of dialogue.
Rent, man.
Oh, give me Rent. Best character.
Give me Rent. Get your rent when you fix.
It's just so fun, because it doesn't need to be in the film.
No.
But it's just fun.
He says to make Peter Parker's life actually be normal.
I guess, and then it's also like, it also is a person for Peter to be angry at, and then also how he kind of flirts with the girl as well.
And he goes, he's a good boy.
Yeah, he is a good boy. When just say you're a good man, you're a good woman, and then he just lingers there, just for far too long. He just stares at him. God, what a great character.
Amazing.
Absolutely perfect. I want him back in the MCU, please.
Yeah, he just shows up to Aunt May, just give me your rent.
Give me rent. I hope he finally got his rent, And I hope he fixed that damn door.
I reckon that door's still broken,
Probably.
He's probably dead. Toby Maguire probably punched him clean in the face.
I know, when he was in his emo phase.
That's why we never saw him at the end of the film.
Yeah, just sparked him out really quickly. Oh, this film's amazing.
Yeah. Let's go on to the best character yet again. J. Jonah Jameson.
His best scenes in any of the films.
Yeah.
That one? Not that one.
That one?
That one. And he's just like, thank you.
And yeah.
You want a staff job? He wants a staff job. Anybody care what I want? I do. Shut up. Get out. Oh yeah, we
That
didn't
little
even.
girl who scams him.
We didn't even. Yeah. It's like films extra. And yeah, we didn't even talk about it in the second one when the guy is trying to come up with names. He's like, it's
yeah,
hip,
he's like,
it's
Doc
wow.
Ock.
No, not even that scene when he's like, it's hip, it's wow,
That's this one.
it's now. Is it? Well, let's talk
Yeah.
about that one then. It's like a hip, it's now. It's now. That came from Roger downstairs after a couple of coffee. He gets, whew. What a great line that means nothing. It doesn't have to be in the film.
No.
But
And I
it's so
forgot until
good.
we rewatched it that there's a whole subplot about J. Jonah Jameson dying from anger.
Yeah. Oh, he's just pissed in every single one. No wonder. My man's heart pressure must be through the roof. You know?
Dying from pure anger issues.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forget Peter tries to also make out with Betty Brant as well.
Oh, yeah.
She's hot though, so I'll allow it. But like, my God. This film's crazy. Okay, who else? Another scene. Another
Sandman.
character.
We haven't talked about Sandman.
Oh, he's boring. We get
He's
it.
He's the best villain.
He's the best character. He's the best villain, yeah. And you do feel sorry for him in certain scenes. But every scene he's in, except from his creation and all his fight scenes, no one cares about. When he's talking to Venom for 2 seconds, that's one scene. When he's talking to his daughters, that's one scene that I don't care for, you know? But the animation on him, perfect. Best scene in this entire film, like actually good, is his resurrection as Sandman. That's it.
Yeah. Just him becoming Sandman.
Exactly. And then we might as well talk about here the retcon, which is so comic booky. The retcon that it was actually Sandman that killed instead, and I'm just like, okay, whatever you say. It was so unnecessary, and I don't quite know why they did it, but sure. It adds something to the character, and then he feels sorry by the end and everything, but still. His character's not necessary, but he is the best villain. Out of 3. But like...
Yeah, there's 3 in this film, and then there's each one only have...
Yeah.
The other 2 only have 1.
It's like, you have a 5-minute scene with a villain, and then 20 minutes later, the villain reappears. And you're like, it's been a bit long, you know.
Yeah.
Since
wait,
then.
he's in this film?
Yeah, exactly. For this entire film.
So long, too.
Exactly. It feels like 3 years. It's crazy. I do love it though. Just got to keep going back to that. Any character we've missed?
No, that's all the main characters.
Okay, scenes now. Every scene is beautiful.
Yeah, it sounds perfect in every way. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for this. It is great though. Like on a comedic level, it's great. On every other level, it's kind of trash. But like, you know, nothing we do about that. I thoroughly enjoy this film, and I will literally put it in A star. Because that's where it belongs.
I was going to put it in A. I wasn't going to go that far.
No, because this is probably one of my favourite films to rewatch over and over again.
Yeah.
So it belongs in A star. You know?
Fair enough. Spider-Man 3.
There you go.
Are we the only people who think that is the best film ever made?
So let's just talk about it in just generally. Are these films good?
No.
I like the films and I will rewatch them, but not because they're great stories with great characters, just because Sam Raimi is amazing and I find it so funny. Like every scene is great. Well, most scenes, unless Aunt May's talking, and then
then we just skip
that bit. Skip that bit. It's not necessary. But everything else is amazing. So, ranking this entire trilogy. So, what was it? Yeah. It was B, C, A star for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine was just CCA.
Yeah, which is fair. I'd love to know, like, if there's a lot of other people who like Spider-Man 3, but this trilogy is not held up at all. And
I think we like Spider-Man 3 because it's like one of the first ones we watched.
well, no, because I watched the only film I didn't watch before this was Spider-Man 2. Like I watched Spider-Man 1 before Spider-Man 3, but Spider-Man 3 is so much more enjoyable and stupid. That
I
just
watched
like
this
it.
trilogy backwards. The first
That's a
time I watched
special
it.
way of doing it.
It's better. Like, I watched the Iron Man trilogy 3, 1, 2. So.
Yeah. And it's like, people who say Spider-Man 3 is the worst one, if you actually go back and look at it, they're not great. So it's like, they're all kind of the same level.
Yeah, there's just like Spider-Man 2 has this like protected barrier, you're not allowed to bully it.
Yeah. But we have.
And we say, screw your barrier.
Go. Spider-Man 3 is best movie, question mark.
Yeah.
There you go, there's the title.
Trilogy's ruined by one film, Spider-Man 2.
Oh, there you go. So that was our retrospective / opinions on the Spider-Man trilogy, directed by Sam Raimi, and it's all great. Oh yeah, quickly, Bruce Campbell's great in all 3 of these films.
Oh yeah, Bruce Campbell's
That's it.
Entertaining.
That's all we got to say. So there you go. There's our weird-ass opinions on the entire Spider-Man trilogy.
Yeah.
But I don't think anything's going to top it. So there you go. Let's see if the MCU one will. I doubt. But it could.
It could.
And do you want to see
maybe.
Toby Maguire's Spider-Man and Green Goblin and Doc Ock again?
I don't think Green Goblin and Doc Ock should be because they're dead, but they're going to be. At least Doc Ock is.
I'm not looking forward to Toby Maguire. I'm looking forward to Willem Dafoe again. That would be amazing to see. But there you go.
But it's probably not even a multiverse, so most people losing their minds.
Oh, well.
I'd love it to be like Toby Maguire show up and Andrew Garfield show up, but then I also want all these theorists to be so wrong because they think they're so right.
And I want Spider-Man 4. Why can't we get it? Like MCU, you do Tom Holland. Sony, you do Toby Maguire,
No, because they want to do the spunk.
Oh, shut up and get in the bin. As soon as we start talking about spunk, that's when the podcast is over.
Yeah.
So, everyone, thank you for listening.
We are very controversial.
Yeah. Follow our Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, etc., 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 and like and subscribe. Thank you for listening. Again.